Welcome to today's class. Today we're going to be doing a class on the bed. So let's start off in the mountain pose. You can stand with your thighs against the bed and then have your feet hip width apart and pointing straight ahead. So just make sure that they're not outwards, have them straight ahead. And then also check that the ankles, the hips and the shoulders are in a straight line. And the bed, if you want to, you can offer support at the backs of the thighs. Then gently press the feet, lengthen the toes forward, draw those inner heels into the ground so that there's even pressure with the feet. Then lift the pubic bone, draw the thighs strongly onto the thigh bones. Allow the pubic bone to gently lift and the abdomen to draw slightly back towards the spine. Keeping the bottom ribs contained. Now draw the outer shoulder tips down as you lift the sternum up. Not arching the back, keeping those bottom ribs contained and then stretching to the fingers. Finding that nice stability at the base of the neck, look straight ahead. And take some nice even breaths in and out. Finding the stability and stillness at the same time. And even breathing. And then without disturbing the trunk, we're going to lift the arms up. Pressing the feet, stretch to the fingers. So without lifting now these bottom front ribs, lift the lower back ribs away from the lower back. Reach to the fingers. Lengthen the side ribs. Reach, and then even the palms. Stretch the fingers slightly outward so that you're stretching the palms. Reach up. And then release the arms down. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Now we're going to come to the side of the bed. We're going to do the half moon pose against the bed. So we're going to start off with the right foot parallel to the bed and the outer thigh just touching the bed. And then we're going to come down onto our elbow as low as your bed might be. Now the trick here is to press the right foot and draw the right hip underneath the left hip as you lift the left hip up to the ceiling. If the bed is not offering support, you can just lean against it and then lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Now pressing the right foot, get those muscles working nicely, then broaden the chest and even look up at your top hand. Nice, even breathing in and out. Just see if you can hold it for a little while. And then breathe in and come up. And then we're going to go to the other side. So have your left foot parallel to the edge of the bed. And we want to stack the left leg, so the ankle and the hip all in one line. Bring the left elbow to the bed or even onto the floor, whatever. Lift the right leg up, both legs absolutely straight. Press the left foot, draw the left outer hip underneath the right hip and lift the right hip up to the ceiling. Stretch into both heels, lift the right arm up and look up at the top hand. And then broaden the chest and nice even breathing in and out. Try and hold it for a little bit. And then breathe in and come up. Bring both feet together in the mountain pose. Look straight ahead. Nice breathing in and out. Now we're going to come to the face the bed. We're going to do the wide-legged forward stretch. I'm going to use a chair, but you can do it to your bed like so. I'm going to use a chair so that you can see it a little bit better. So coming to the bed, have the feet facing the bed, and we want the feet pointing straight ahead, and then take the feet as wide as you can and then rest the elbows on the bed. So I'm going to just do it like this so that you can see. Now the feet pointing straight ahead, we want the feet pressing evenly, the outer feet and the inner feet pressing vertically down. Now pressing the feet, now lift the sitting bones up. And lengthen the inner knees away from the pubic bone, and then lengthen the sitting bones up to the ceiling. And wherever your arms are on the bed, or you can either just hold them, but now on that in-breath we want to concave the back, take the shoulders towards the back waist, take the chest forward, looking ahead. And if your arms are on the bed, you can even draw the forearms slightly towards you to activate further the mid-back. And then from here, on the next out-breath, you just relax the trunk down. Now, of course, you can move the elbows forward on the bed. I've got the chair here. But keep the sitting bones lifted, keep those legs active, the knees lifting, the backs of the knees opening. Try not to allow the abdomen and the navel just to plop towards the floor. Gently lift it up towards the spine. And then lengthen as you draw the thighs backwards, take the chest forwards. And then just release here, just hold. Keep the feet active, keep the sitting bones lifting. Try to have nice, even in and out breaths. Spend a little bit of time just to settle into the pose. But we're not becoming lazy. The legs still working, sitting bones still lifting, the chest still reaching forward. And then from here you can just slowly come up, heel toe the feet towards each other, and then come up to a nice upright standing pose, looking straight ahead. Again, pressing the feet, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, getting the chest nice and broad, looking straight ahead, and just even breathing. And then we're going to now come to the end of the bed, and we're going to do the half-foot downward dog to the bed. Now, of course, I can't show you that. I'm also going to use the chair, but just use the end of your bed. So I'm going to use this chair here. You can also use a chair if you've got it, but you can use your bed as well. So we're going to stand facing the back end of the bed or the chair. Again, the feet now together and pointing straight ahead. Double check that. That's very important. And then as you pressurize the feet evenly, lengthen the toes forward. Again, lifting the pubic bone, drawing the abdomen slightly back towards the spine. Allow the chest to expand and then stretch to the fingers. You're not arching the back. Keep the lower back in neutral. Then taking the hands on the hips, breathe in. And as you breathe out, we just bend forward. You're going to take the hands either onto the bed or the seat of the chair. Now this half-foot dog, half downward dog, we want to lengthen the arms forward. So you might need to just walk the feet slightly back so that you can reach the arms forward. Now the legs are straight. We want to try and get the arms straight, and also to get the arms to run straight along until to the hips. So we don't want to bow like I'm doing now. We want to try to get the upper back to come closer to the floor as you reach the arms forward. Again, the same action in the legs where the sitting bones lift up. We're pressing the feet, the knees lift, and then we're reaching the arms forward. Wherever your hands are, you can spread the fingers and also pressurize the palms downward onto your support. Find that length in the spine, in the legs and in the arms. And then come back to nice, even breathing. From here, I'm going to keep the arms and legs just as they are, the hips just as they are, but pressurize more now the left foot and then lift the right foot up. And then both legs straight. So the left leg straight, the hips level to the floor, the right leg straight, stretching into the heel. Nice, even breathing. Hold, try to steady the legs. And then bringing the right foot back, just find even pressure with the feet first. Lengthen the sitting bones up to the ceiling, reach the arms forward. Keeping the trunk and the right leg the same, the hips level. Pressurize the right foot and lift the left leg up. Stretch into the left heel, both legs straight. Reach the arms forward. Keep the abdomen contained. So this is almost like a warrior number 3 pose even. But hold. Try to steady and release into the pose. Right leg working quite strongly. Come down if you're struggling. And then release the left foot next to the right foot. Again, get both feet pressing evenly. Lift the sitting bones up and reach the arms forward. Lift the kneecaps. Open the backs of the knees. Contain the abdomen towards the spine. And then from here, take the hands onto the hips and then on an in-breath, press through the feet, breathe in and come up. Excellent. So that was the warrior number 3 or the half downward dog. We're now going to come onto the bed. We're going to do the Sphinx pose on the bed. So come to lie on your bed. Have the feet pointing straight back wherever they are. And then you're going to place the elbows underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers, have that middle finger pointing forward. And in this position we're going to gently draw the forearms without moving them towards you so that the chest comes forward. And we draw the shoulders down towards the back waist and lift the lower back ribs away from the lower back. So there's that drawing together of the shoulders downward and the bottom back ribs upward, which lets the chest come forward. And then try to get the action of still keeping the chest open and lifting it up as you look up. Shoulders away from the ears. Feel that nice strength in the upper back. And then once you have your position, nice even breathing in and out. It's not a crunching and a shortening in the lower back, it's a lengthening in the lower back, away from the hips. And then hold, even breathing. Just looking straight ahead. From here we're going to just take the hands slightly back and start straightening now the arms. Now this action is not meant to cause punching in the lower back, so you've got to keep lifting the lower back ribs up, drawing the shoulders down, and then take the chest forward. Find that nice work of the sternum coming forward and up. Broaden the collarbones, draw the shoulders down away from the ears. And then if you can even walk the hands slightly closer to the hips. Now just watch your legs, that they aren't inactive and just flopping around. Take the big toes backward. Gently draw the pubic bone down into the bed. Find that nice length in the front of the spine, in front of the abdomen. Nice, even breathing. And then release. Just come down. Take the forehead, the hands underneath the forehead. And just take a few breaths in and out. And now we're going to just turn onto the side, bend the knees, allow the feet to go down the leg as you push yourself upright. And now we're going to do a position where we're going to be sitting on the bed with the legs in front of us, with the legs straight. This is like the staff pose sitting on the floor. I'm going to add a little bit of extra work with that. So the key here is the shoulders in line with the hips, the lower back in neutral, so a nice erect spine, the collarbones broad, the upper shoulders away from the ears, and the legs straight. So another action for the legs is to draw the thighs downwards towards the bed and towards the floor, like down in that direction. And then to help, you can just place your hands on the bed. Now if you find that your calves are cramping, you can lift the toes up and stretch into the heels. And then keeping the lower back in neutral, the spine erect, you're going to gently draw the left thigh down and lift the right leg as high as you can. Now you'll notice where as you lift the right leg, the lower back wants to bulge backwards. No, the sacrum must keep drawing forwards. So only bring the right leg up as high as what you can, maintain that natural curve in the spine, and also to keep the hips level. Stretch into the right leg especially, and this right quadricep muscle gripping very strongly. If you want to add to that, you can even lift the arms above the head. So you really want to feel that muscle there gripping the upper leg, the right leg, and also the left leg gripping to help with the stability in the pose. And then nice even breathing in and out. Don't hold the breath. It's a little bit of work. Bring the leg down once you're ready. And then come to a nice balanced staff pose against the bed. And take a few even breaths in and out. And then we lift the left leg. Both thigh muscles gripping, the sacrum coming forward and up, not leaning backwards. And hold. And if you want to, you can even lift the arms above the head. So it's up to you. Nice even breathing in and out. Stretch into the left heel. Both thighs gripping strongly. Chest broad. Shoulders away from ears. Lower back ribs lifting upwards. Not arching the back, but lengthening the chest up away from the hips that are staying level, looking straight ahead. And then release the leg down. So it looks like very little work, but you can feel the muscles really working. Now we're going to comes now so that the front edge of your sitting bones are on that very corner of the mat. Again, lifting the toes. Now going to come to the forward bending pose. So here we want to keep the legs straight, and then breathing in, lift the chest, and then even look up so that you lift the chest, and now we are going to arch the back. So breathe in and look up, arch the back as you try to lift the chest up to the ceiling. Draw the thighs and the heels down, and then hinging from the hips now, keeping that sort of arch feeling in the back. Breathe out and then bend forward over your thighs. You can use pillows in this one. I'll just take a few pillows so that you can do this as well. So if you want to do this, just find the length in the lower back ribs, lengthening upwards, and then keep that length as you fold over the pillows. And you can either hold your big toes or your shins, but it's still the lower back ribs, the front lower ribs moving away. Keep moving them away from the hips, not towards the hips, not closing, but lengthening the abdomen, the front of the spine. And then from here you can just rest over your pillows. And now the body to completely settle down now. These forward bending poses are really good for calming the body down, releasing. So nice, even breathing. Shoulders away from the ears, lower front ribs lifting away from the pubic bone. Knees lifting upwards towards the hips. Nice, even breathing. Just settle into the pose. So we want to relax in this position for a little bit longer. This just helps everything to just calm down, to relax. If you do this pose before sleeping, very good. But we're not just relaxing, the legs are still working, we're still lengthening the front of the spine, but we're finding the amount of effort just right so that we can release into the pose. Even breathing. And then breathe in, press through the heels and come upright with the trunk. Take some nice even breaths in and out. And now we're going to do the corpse pose on the bed. So take some of your pillows for underneath the knees. Have your pillow for the head. And then just going to come to lie down on the bed. One of the things that we just need to really watch out for is that the chin is below the eyes. So you might need two pillows, or you might need to just fold it slightly. And we want to have the hips and the shoulders level and pressing evenly into the bed. So if you have a very soft bed, it's not always that easy to feel. We also want to make sure that the lower back is not sagging down into the bed. We want to keep that lower back in neutral. So find that neutral position and then just hold it there. Even if the bed is sagging, you can hold the lower back in neutral. And then keeping the lower back in neutral, the hips and shoulders level, just straighten one leg at a time over your pillows. And then release the legs and allow the feet to look out sideways. Just watch when straightening the legs that these bottom front ribs don't start arching up. Keep the lower back in neutral. And place the arms on either sides and roll them outwards so that the backs of the hands rest on the floor. And then you can just gently traction the arms away from the shoulders. So just gently pull the hands away from the shoulders to find a little bit of just a little gentle traction. And then after that, release and allow the muscles in the arms now to release and let go. Gently close the eyes by bringing the upper eyelids down to the lower eyelids. Allow the eyeballs to soften underneath those soft eyelids and allow the eyeballs to drop downwards towards the back of the head. So let them drop and soften. On the next in-breath, when you breathe in, make sure that the eyes don't perk up and want to look backwards. Drop them down, release them downwards, soften them. Take the gaze now of the closed eyes towards the chest. Allow the back of the neck to lengthen as you soften the throat, the jaw, and the tongue. So allow the tongue to settle in the bottom palate away from the teeth. Keeping the lower back in neutral, keep the lower front ribs contained. But when you breathe in, allow the chest to expand with the in-breath. And then when you breathe out, keep that nice elevated feeling in the chest. Don't just collapse and let all the air go. No. Control the out breath. Control nice and smoothly the in-breath. Just try to get the in-breath and out-breath the same length. Allow the breathing to be soft and even. And then also the pause between the breaths. It's a gentle pause, so don't make it a sudden gulp and no, keep it nice and soft and even and smooth. And as the body starts relaxing and letting go, stay with the breath and just you'll find that the breath becomes softer, smoother, and very, very delicate. Encourage that delicateness in the breath. By keeping your attention on the in-breath and the out-breath. Don't let the mind wander. Draw it onto the breath. Gently in, gently out. Very soft, even pause. And then just finally let go. Just give yourself over to your relaxation. Allow all the muscles to let go. Allow the body to sink into the bed. And then just let go. Whatever happens now, just let the body do what it wants, let go. And we'll just spend a few moments in silence in the corpse pose. If you want to go to sleep now, you can get everything ready for the night. If you want to come up out of the relaxation, do it very gently. We don't want to startle the nerves. So first of all, with the eyes still closed, become aware of your surroundings, just the room that you're in. Gently increase the in-breath very slightly to allow the body a chance to start getting ready for action. And then move the fingers and the toes. Just gently. You can move them more if you want. You can even move the head or the hips. Just gentle, even movements. Just to oil the nerves, to get ready for action. And then slowly bend the legs one at a time. Place the feet on your pillows. Just take a few breaths here. And take the right arm above the head and slowly roll onto your right hand side, resting the head on your right upper arm. If you can't put your head above, just bend the elbow. And then just nice, even breathing. Keep the eyes closed. Then open the eyes, but don't move anything else. Keep the eyes soft. Allow just the light to enter the eyes without looking at anything specifically. Then we're going to just bend the knees slightly. Allow the bottom of the legs to hang off the bed. As the feet drop down, push yourself up with the left hand, but keep the head down as you come up. And then come to a nice erect seated position. And that's the end of the yoga class. Namaste. Have a fantastic day. Or not.